Hello everyone. My name is Martin, your favorite business coach from Finance Oracle. I'm here again today to thrill you with business opportunity that you will like to listen and watch. Today we are going to be discussing about how to start up a mini cooking gas business in Nigeria. A friend of mine called me and he said, Martin, I'm interested in a cooking gas business. Could you please talk more on it and give me some ideas on how to start up? And this is a business which I've been planning to discuss, and I said, good, I've got a template and I'm going to discuss with you today. So we'll be looking at how to set up a mini cooking business, cooking gas business in Nigeria. If you want to start a mini cooking gas business, which is also known as the liquefied petroleum gas business in Nigeria, this business can be profitable. It's a very good business to venture because there's a high demand of cooking gas in both urban and rural areas. Some years ago, this was only demanded in urban areas, but today, even people in rural areas are cooking with gas. A lot of people are tired, are no longer interested in traditional cooking methods, which they use before now, like using of gas and using of charcoal. They now cook with gas, because it's quite difficult to get gas, charcoal, to get firewood, and it's also not a very interesting thing to do right now in this very time of the world. So today we will talk about the cost of building a gas plant. We're going to talk about the business plans, the viability of doing this business. We're also going to be looking at what is the overhead cost, what is going to be the total cost of setting up the gas plant, documentations and approvals, and of course with this we are good to go. So now I'm going to give you step-by-step guide on how to start a mini cooking gas business in Nigeria. So I would like you to listen so carefully and benefit from this. Number one thing you need to do is market research and business plan. So for you to begin, you need to start with a market research. You need to find out, where can I do my business? Is this going to be viable? Do I have competitors who are way too strong than me? Or am I going to find a way to deal, to beat the competition and be part of the team? You have to look at all this, and so you have to begin by conducting a thorough market research to understand the demand for cooking gas in the area which you are targeting. You need to identify your potential customers, competitions, the pricing in the market and all that. Of course, capital which you're expected to spend, because you don't venture into a business which you do not have the finance or budget for. Otherwise, it's going to become waste of money and time. So again, you need to create a detailed business plan, aligning your business goal, budget, and marketing strategy. I'd like you to look at my video, which I posted a few days ago, which is the nut and bolt of a business plan. In that video, I've made thorough research and I've made thorough presentation on what you need to do to put down a business plan. So that will help you, and I will try to drop the link below this video so that you can also watch it. So consider taking the service of an LPG consultant. The LPG consultants know the day in, day out, what it takes to do this business. They also know all it takes to get registered, registered in DPR and every other place you need to register, and to get approval by DPR. So you may need to consult them. It's going to take you some money, but for you to run a business, you should spend money, especially such a business. So next thing we need to look at is the legal requirements. You'll be needing to register your business with the Corporate Affairs Commission, government agencies, others, but Corporate Affairs Commission. You need to get a TIN number, and you need to also obtain the necessary permits and licenses for selling and storing cooking gas, which is going to be from DPR actually. This often involves safety certification and environmental impact assessment, because the DPR are going to look at the environment where you want to do your business, if this place is okay, if you're going to pose risk on the inhabitants or the area where you're going to do this. But when they do all this, so they must do an impact assessment. Okay. Next is location and infrastructure. Actually, location is like the biggest deal, the biggest thing to consider. So you need to choose strategic location for your mini cooking gas business. It should be easily accessible by customers and also comply with safety regulations. You are going to be hearing about safety regulation because it's something that has to involve with fire outbreak. And for cooking gas business, DPR is not gonna compromise on safety because they know what it means. So they're going to ensure every safety regulations are being observed. So again, you need to build or set up a storage facility that adheres to safety standard for the cooking gas business. And this facility should include safety equipment like fire extinguishers and emergency shut-off valves. These are very important. Now coming back to your location should be right inside, should not be right inside, the residential area. If you go and site it right inside in the middle of the residential area, they will not approve it. But you can make it close to the residential area and close to the commercial areas. Okay? It shouldn't be just right inside it, so that if you are just close to them, then they can easily access you and still buy your cooking gas. But if you go so far away from the residential area, it becomes a disadvantage for you. So this you must consider carefully and you must give it priority. Your location. So why they are not going to approve it in residential areas just because of safety matters. Again, you should be considering whether you're leasing or you're building or you're buying. You should consider a plot of land of 100 by 100. That is the minimum standard for DPR approval. Okay? It is better and cheaper to start your gas plant in a petrol station, an existing petrol station. This is because it already has DPR approval. And not just it has DPR approval, people will easily locate you and start buying your product because those who come to buy fuel, they also come to buy gas. So they will easily start buying from you. You start making sales immediately you start. So this you should consider, but then this is way too cheaper for you. And again, already it has DPR approval, so you're not gonna have headache. You'll just be paying whomever you're setting up in this place. And for me, this is where I suggest for anyone who wants to start a mini cooking gas business. Locate some petrol station that has space, discuss with them, and set up your plans inside there. That will be the easiest thing to do, and you're going to be sharing power generator with them, and you pay very little amount of money to them instead of buying your own energy, fueling your own gen and all that. Also, you also need to submit detailed approved diagram of your plant. You have to submit the P&ID, that is the process and instrumentation diagram. Some people call it piping and instrumentation diagram, and a sectional design drawing of your storage tank. These are things DPR needs from you. If you don't have these documentations done, then it becomes a problem. But then, if you have consulted the DPR agents, they are going to provide for you every documentation you need, including the impact risk assessment and all that. What do you need to keep, or what do you need for a mini LPG plant? Let's look at the equipment you need, or the things you need. Number one, you will be needing a metric ton tank of about 2.5 to 5 metric ton. After 5, you are going to be asked to locate right in the industrial area. So if you want to start a mini plant, just consider 2.5 to 5 metric tons so that you'll be able to stay close to the residential area and grab them while they are still close to you. Okay? Again, you also need a filling system. A filling system for you to fill the gas. You need a digital weighing scale. You need a pressure gauge. You need PPE, personal protective equipment for your employees to work with. Then you need fire extinguisher. This is very important. And of course, you have to train them, HSC training and special training on firefighting. Without this, you may be at risk of losing your business. Then branding and advertisement, this is very important. Without this, it's gonna be very difficult for you. Let's look at the cost. The cost varies depending on the size of the LPG plants and also depending on your location. If you are located in rural area, it's going to be cheaper than in commercial area, I mean in urban area. And again, what size do you want to start with? 2.5, 5 metric ton, what size? Then again, but then let's look at an average cost. Deeper agent may cost you up to 1.5 million to 2.2 million, depending on your negotiative or power of negotiation. Then to fill a 5 metric ton, you will be needing about 3 million. And I mean, if you want 2.5 metric ton, then you should be thinking about 5 of it. 1.5 million, which is half of it. But then know that these prices fluctuate up and down, okay? For 2.5 metric ton capacity, you will be needing about 7.5 to 8 million naira for a total cost of starting this plant, especially in a filling station. Your supply chain is also important. You need to establish relationship with reputable cooking gas suppliers or distributors. But in the case of Nigeria, you need to go and register and with the suppliers and buy from them. Then you may also need to negotiate supply contracts, and if you do negotiate supply contract, you will be prioritized. Whenever you come, you are going to get cooking gas. If you don't have supply contract, then it becomes a problem for you. You may not get it on priority every time you go if there is no gas especially. Then ensure a consistent and reliable source of cooking gas to meet your customers' demand. That is just what I've said. And again, you should also think of having distributors who will be willing to distribute your product. You give them a little lesser than what you sell, and they bring their truck and they carry cooking gas and sell to very interior areas where people find it difficult to come to buy gas. So by so doing, you're reaping front and back. And again, equipment and supplies too is very key thing to consider. So you may need to purchase and install equipment like gas cylinder, valve hose, and regulators. People come and they want regulator, they want hose, they want valves, they want cylinder. So you buy these things and keep and be selling. Becomes another point of business for you. And ensure that the equipment you have are all of high quality. I mean the safety standards, so that you don't run losses because of fire, because of leakages and all that. You may also need to invest in point of sales system and other necessary tools to help your sales, because people now make sure that where they go to buy gas, they may not have cash, but there should be a POS, okay? And ensure that your gas are being dispensed accurately. No cheat. This will help you to have more customers. Safety measures you need to look at and you need to take is, you need to ensure, that you need to ensure that your staff are well trained in handling gas and also in safety procedures, including firefighting. And you need to implement proper safety measures, regular equipment maintenance and safety checks, daily or weekly checks as the case may be, depending on the equipment. Again, you need marketing and branding. You need to develop a marketing strategy to promote your business. Remember I said in one of my business, learn how to sell or go home. I'm also going to put it in the link below. If you cannot sell, then there's no need to start business. As marketing or sales is the most important thing or most important ingredient of a business. So you need to develop a marketing strategy to promote your business. You also need to consider using social media, local advertising agents and partnership with nearby businesses for marketing. You need to create a unique and memorable brand for your business, including a logo, signage, promotional material, whatever will help you to achieve your sales. Then very importantly, we have staffing. Ensure you hire and train your staff to assist customers and handle sales and ensure safety protocols are followed. And consider people who are already working experience in gas plant. Even if you get them experience, train them again, let them also know your values and your mission and your way of doing things. Next, we need to know about regulations and compliance. You need to stay updated with the regulations and also the standard related to LPG plants or LPG industry in Nigeria, and make sure you comply with all the safety proceedings or procedures which has been laid down by the association. Okay, and customer service is key one, and you must focus on excellent customer service. This will help you to build loyal customer base, and they will continue to patronize you time and again. Ensure you have good record keeping, and you maintain a thorough record, and you ensure that your expenses and financial transactions are well captured. Otherwise, you're going to run into crisis, knowing where you have spent money and knowing what is happening to your finances. Financial management is very important, so you must monitor them closely to ensure that all budgets are approved and they are of importance before spendings are being done. Next is scaling up. As a business is scaling up, is growing, you need to consider expanding by either adding more outlets or expanding your storage capacity. So don't just stay stagnant even when your business is growing. You may need to create more outlets to reach the people, or you add a storage facility to ensure your gas lasts for a longer time. Okay, and do not forget to network with industry stakeholders. Join the organization of LPG sellers, be part of them, know what is happening, be a key player, so that whenever any information is coming, you grab it at once and take advantage of that information. Starting and running a mini cooking gas business in Nigeria actually requires careful planning, and it also requires compliance with safety regulations. So ensure that you prioritize safety, maintain high quality standard, and offer excellent customer service to build a successful and sustainable business. I wish you the best of luck if you're considering this, and I request you to make further research, and do not forget to share this video. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned with Finance Oracle. Ring the bell. We have a lot of business we're going to release this period. I'm back, fully back, and I'm going to excite you with a lot of beautiful business opportunity. Congratulations to you.